Okay, so it might be working there. I can't tell. Stream setup help. Done that, done that, done that, done that, done. Did that. Don't think this is working. Need that. Doesn't look like. Oh, there you are. Hey, cool. Okay. This is weird because I don't get any feedback at all. And because it says connect streaming software to go live, stream setup help. I looked at that. I've done those things. I have everything configured. The page is still circling there like it's not doing anything. What's it under? Okay. Okay, well, that's good. You got notification and everything. The problem is that I have a chat box that's popped up here and it says, top chat, and I can see the chat in it, but I respond in a different spot. Isn't that a little weird? Can I pop out chat? Pop out chat. Good. I can pop out that, close that window, and maybe use this one. This is primitive. Yeah, so I'm talking in one window and seeing stuff in the other. Go figure. Okay, well, I set the Stream Deck up with its own profile so I can see if it will show various things. This is obviously the close window. I have a full page window that shows my font software. I have one that appears to be doing the same thing, so that's a bit redundant. I can zoom in on just the features, just the class information, and just the preview at the bottom there. So if I go to, repeat exactly what was there, if I type in Ashwadi, the name of this font, and the language that I'm creating for it, that's what it looks like as it displays. And if I go back here, you can, that's showing one glyph. Sec. Here's the page of glyphs that I've created that goes with the writing system. As you can see, there's a lot of it. These are the base glyphs here. And then this features file over here is the Adobe OpenType font scripting that configures everything. And it's fairly long too. This one's actually had a lot of iteration. That's basically the coding that goes through all this stuff and says if somebody types in one letter or another letter, what happens, right? And some of them react in combination and things like that. That looks a little odd to me. I took myself off the camera there, but and you can see my green screening isn't all that good. I got to do more with lights. I tried putting a light here, and that helped a bit. Oh, it's not so bad now. Good. On some of the screens, it put a really bright white light to the bottom left there that was carrying through. I need lighting that has a film over it or something like that. Okay, let me catch up with what's definitely live. The channel now shows up as that font guy, but I found the live stream only on your Warren R. Grant channel, which you have linked on your That Font Guy About page. because I have two pages, two YouTube pages. I have that font guy, and I have Old School Gaming. And Old School Gaming is all the videos from my Twitch gaming. That's where I upload them. So the other one should be the one that has any videos that I did before for No Man's Sky, and I really should get rid of those or move them. And the stuff that I did for Marathi and Indebe and things like that. Okay, check for all the OBS scenes. I'm getting an auto 480p transcode on my phone. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? As far as I know, this should be coming out in 1080 by 720. I gotta find a better chat solution though. It bugs me to see chat in one window and have one on the other side that is where I reply. That's a little odd. Okay, well, it shouldn't be a Warren R. Grant page. Actually, it should be a that font guy page. I'll have to figure out why. I'll try extending the chat out like this so maybe I can see it a bit better. Anyway, so this is up and running. I mean, it has no frills at all. Right. Okay. Is it visible on 480p or does it look like crap? I have an iPhone. I have a 8 Plus. I use it to read things like Reddit and text messages from you and stuff like that. I try to avoid watching anything on it. I have used Twitch before to see what's showing up. I guess I should check for my channel and see what happens so I can see what it looks like. So I need to switch modes, I guess. Oh, I can't. My channel does not show. Oh, it does. Live. Okay. Cool. I got to kill the sound because, otherwise there'll be an annoying echo back and forth. Well, that's kind of visible. Doesn't get any better when you tip it sideways. Okay. Well, then technically I have this up and running. That's cool. I want to get rid of that learn more there because I don't care to learn more. Oh, and now I have to leave for just a second because somebody's buzzing the door. Isn't that perfect timing? Okay, it's irritating as hell to have a learn more page thing that pops up that won't leave as well. No, it won't. That's annoying. Okay. Good. Good. I'm glad to hear the audio is coming through. This was created as a profile for YouTube, but it was created from my original Twitch settings. So the stuff that we did to configure my audio is copied here. All Molotok and all the RIA plugs and compressor and everything else. That whole chain of things is being applied to the audio here, so it should work. Should work as well. I'm glad to hear it sounds good. Of course, I can't hear it unless. Does this produce a VOD when it's done? I've never even thought about it. So, all I have really configured here is the start and stop streaming and the blank page to start with, and the close up here, this view, which is basically the same now. They used to be a little different. The preview, which has nothing in it right now, unless I click on it. I don't know if you can read it on a phone, but at the very bottom there, it does cover it over. The very bottom there, you can see the actual names of the glyphs that are produced. So that's how you would write. It's irrelevant, but that's how you would write Tashkent. Then the features list, like I said, because I figure I'm going to end up discussing how all this stuff works. The classes, which is not showing up correctly. Okay, that would mean I need to go to Windows, panels, class. There, then we get the class. Basically, you can take all of the glyphs that you've created and put them into groups. And there's some complexities with that. But when you've done that, I'll close classes. You can then go in here and do stuff by class. Does it show up well here or not? This program is insanely complex. And no, we want that one. Insanely complex. And the user interface is horrid. I would say horrid. Horrid is a good word. It's very efficient, but it has thousands and thousands and thousands of features, and figuring out how it all works together is just insane, driving me insane. So I managed to get it so that these, there, I can drag that over like that a little bit, so that these windows here, which used to pop up as separate windows, and if you dragged one over top of things, it would randomly dock. And then it would be stuck over in the right-hand corner at the top or something. And then if you grabbed it the right way, you could drag it loose. I managed to get it so it won't do those. But I can't get it so that it'll include classes in. You probably want some very quiet background sound to mask the unbearable digital silence. I know. And I could do something. I just don't have anything at the moment set up for it. I took out the very Viking stuff that I had for streaming DOC because that didn't seem appropriate. But I can put something in there. An Insta-VOD at the end of the live stream. Okay. Yeah. All this stuff on the left here. All of these entries here with each of their things. I mean, and then all of these panels that I could have open theoretically. I'd need like 10 screens to display them all. And it's not intuitive. All I need is a loop of room tone. Yes. I mean, this mic is set up to not catch the traffic and well, if there were any crows or seagulls, birds. Yeah. Or, I don't know, something inoffensively unnoticeable. Lo-fi from Stream Beats or something. But like I said, I wanted to try this as a test to see. Just record 30 seconds wave of your mic with no sound. But that will also mask everything. You shouldn't get anything, right? but I'll try it. Sure. Um, you would suggest I missed this. You would suggest some screens that can blow up quadrants of the app screen, maybe. Um, there is a thing I'm gonna set. Um, I had it figured out before and then I got rid of it. But there is a way you can zoom nicely, and I would like to do that. I'd like to be able to set it up so that it'll zoom to things. Um, I'm just not quite sure how I'm going to configure it. I've got the Move Transition plugin, and I might be able to do it with that. But somebody else produced a zoom thing as well. So basically, if I want to edit a glyph, I double click on it, and you get this shape here. That's actually a bad example. Glyph, decompose. There. Glyph, decompose, flatten layer. There. So now this shape is what defines the glyph. In this case, it's the letter G. If I put it down here like that. And each one of these is a tiny little vector drawing. If you disable the audio filter so you just get pure signal from the mic, button your lip for 30 seconds of wave file. Yeah, I will do that. I'll have that ready the next time around and then just put it in as a looping background sound or something. I'm not going to do it right now. I simply going and recording 30 seconds of wave file is 3 minutes of work for me to figure out how to do it in whatever program. Right. Well, there's hardly any sound in the room right now anyway. I've got the window open, so there's a little bit of traffic sound. I barely noticed it. So this is each letter that you draw on a page is a tiny little vector file of lines like this, which just blows me away. It must be such efficient code to be able to do that. Because I mean, when I look at the page above here with all the stuff there, every little letter there has been individually rendered at the speed that you type it in and then kept in memory and everything else, and it just blows me away. I always thought that it was done some other way, but when I got into trying to figure out how fonts work, that's how it's done. So if I go to type in GA, it adds an A onto there, but what it actually displays is glyph. Find it. Oh, it displays this glyph here, which also needs to be decomposed. Which it will not do now. Go figure. Oh. This font software is attempting to be helpful, but it does all sorts of crap that I don't want it to do. And since the manual is undoubtedly well over 1,000 pages, oh, you can't see me. That's there. GA. It's baffling sometimes. So what happens is when you type in G and follow it by an A, code in here, pretty simple code, says where here? GA, sub GA by G underscore A. So that's when somebody hits the G key on the keyboard and the A key on the keyboard after it, this will go and substitute the G and the A with the G underscore A glyph, which is the one that's on screen here. So every one of these cliffs, I had to do some programming for. Now there are other ways to do all this stuff, but this was the easiest way to do it that I could figure. Just to pre-make all of the syllables that I wanted displayed, arrange them all, and then put in the script to fix it, make it happen. So if I go in here and type in an N, it switches to ga.medi, which is the middle form when it's going to be in the start of a word to the middle of a word, and then puts the N medi on the end. I started off trying to program this like Arabic is done. That wasn't working. The stuff that should be working, straight out of the textbook, this is how you do it, didn't work. So I rejigged it basically. But all of this stuff has to be adjusted to work exactly the way I want. And wow. Yeah. I wouldn't mind some information as an overlay, which I'll have to build. And I'm sure I can use a bit more stuff. I mean, I still have applause that I can play, and if I want to call attention to something, I still have that sound effect at hand. And I don't have it programmed in here, which I should. But if I'm, say, here, and I'm really blown away by something, I've kept this. But other than that, I don't have any shticks or anything like that. Doesn't seem suited to it, and I haven't figured them out yet. But yeah, this has worked. I'm happy with that. So thank you, both of you, for showing up. Actually, SU Grant is probably back at work right now. But thank you, Kevin. Thanks for the help. I will put some sort of background stuff in there. I might put some music in or something. I really don't know. But something just to fill a silence in between there. Because, yeah, otherwise it's going to be pretty quiet. And then at some point, I will actually go live and stream this stuff. Oh, on the nuke? The point of it was to just go, but yes, maybe I should. I made some poor guy who was drunk fall off his couch at one point with that. He was laughing immensely, but said I'd had too much to drink and it was just starting to go to sleep, and then you set that off and I rolled out of the floor. Okay, that's funny. I have the official chat window up here from YouTube, but it shows up first on live chat on my phone before I see it there. Strange lag. Yeah, I'll have to figure out something. I don't know what, but I mean, even a sort of varying hum or something is probably better than complete silence. But yeah, sure. Yeah, I figured. Okay, yes, I could put a limiter on that. Maybe. Anyway, I will stop streaming here and go and see what it shows me on the analytics page and all that stuff there. Just to see what it says. So at least now I've got an idea of how it works. I have to say I'm not impressed with the chat part, but oh, I should actually check and see what the OBS does chat. Weird. That's just weird. It's bringing up the menu for OBS on the other monitor. Okay, so that was OBS's chat. That's weird. You. That is the weirdest bug. Okay, so the chat. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. I will stop streaming and whatever time it is, go get some other stuff done that needs to be done too. Have a great day. Thanks, man.